Hi everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. You probably know that I already have quite a collection of Blythe dolls. They are my primary doll as far as collecting goes. However, I have quite a number of other dolls in my collection. And I thought today maybe I'd show you some of my Groove dolls, more specifically Pullip, and I have one Byul. I originally started actually collecting Pullips when I started getting back into doll collecting. I really love Pullip. I love their the stock that they have. It's quite elaborate. They're wonderful display dolls. And honestly, at first, I was going in the Pullip direction when it comes to the primary focus of my collecting. And this doll in particular, Furl, is the first doll that I purchased when I decided to go back into the deep hole of doll collecting. Okay. She is a 2012 release from Groove, and you can see her hair is quite intense, full of beautiful swirly locks. When I first got her, I actually did buy a few clothing items, and I thought I was going to, you know, change out her clothes and that kind of thing. But the more I handled her, the more I realized you don't want to touch that hair. Okay, so she is an amazing doll. She's still one of my favorite. I love the fact, I mean, she's basically like a little governess to me. She's got this cute little hat that she comes with a feather in it. So she's got that, and she comes with this adorable little briefcase. It's a working briefcase. It's got Velcro right here, and then it opens up and you can actually open it and close it. So it is quite cute. And her stock is very elaborate. You can see it's got all of this ruffles and ribbons and lace trim. It's multi-layered. These boots have a zipper in the back, and they are all laced up. But she's a beautiful doll. But she was actually sort of my introduction back into doll collecting, and after I started playing around with her, I realized, wow, I don't want to mess her hair up, but I wanted to get some more dolls, and so yeah, so I'll show you some of the other Pullip dolls that I started collecting soon after I got her. I think one of the next Pullips I got was this Mira doll. She is a 2014 release, and I should mention, so Furl was my first Pullip, and like I said, my easing back into doll collecting, and I purchased her in 2015. Mira was one of the next ones that I think she was actually maybe my second or third Pullip that I purchased, and yeah, I love her look. I thought she kind of actually worked well with the sort of the look that this sort of 19th century kind of feel, if you will, that Furl has. I mean, she could even be Furl's student. Okay, so I liked that look, and I liked kind of the fact that I thought, well, you know, her hair isn't quite as intense. It's quite long and soft and gorgeous, but she might be a doll that I actually would feel more comfortable, you know, playing with, doing stuff, changing her clothes, that kind of thing. But then, I don't know, I just love her stock so much as sort of, you know, schoolgirl meets the Navy with her little cute boots. And so she has another bow. I keep this one on her, but she has a big one too. But anyway, so she then again sort of just, you know, sat in my, on my shelf, not played with a lot. I do enjoy display dolls too. I mean, I know some people kind of prefer one or the other. I do kind of tend towards preferring dolls that I can do stuff with, but I sure like my display dolls, and I like, you know, rearranging the displays a lot. So that's one way I can do stuff with them without feeling like I'm going to damage them. So anyway, Mira is another doll that is a Pullip doll that I really like. She is super cute. So Romantic Alice Blue is another doll from Groove that I purchased. I think, like I said, I think she's either my second or third. I get Mira and her kind of mixed up as far as when I purchased them. And I just love the look of her. All of the lace and the ruffles. I mean, she is very romantic, I have to say. She has quite an elaborate outfit. Again, this is this is what, I just had that sitting on her head. This is what Groove is known for as far as this group of dolls. Lots of elaborate, very detailed stock that comes with them. She has this wild hair, which I like this because I don't have to really, I mean, it's supposed to be messy, so I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to make it look good or messing it up by touching it too much or anything like that. Again, though, I do just pretty much have her as a display doll. And so along with this outfit and the little chain around her, she's got, all right, so along with the dress and the pinafore, she has this very cute little bow. You're supposed to tie it around their heads, but honestly, it just falls all the time. So usually what I do is I just get her set up in my curio how I want her, and then I set this kind of on top. I just mess with it till it kind of stays there, because even with tying it, I just didn't have a lot of luck with it. And then she has this beautiful cape. Again, very detailed, full of lace and ruffles. And you can either put it over her shoulders or put it down around her waist. I usually kind of just put it up like this and have her sitting in there like that. But she was about, I think she was my third one. I'll try to remember to put a link to my playlist for my Pullip playlist, because that has a lot of the unboxings that I did with these dolls. And she is actually the reason, it's her fault, that I finally went into the Blythe direction. Because when I caught her out of the box, her arm was broken. She was new in box, her arm was broken. The retailer was very nice and not only sent me a free arm, but explained how to fix her, and it was very easy to fix her. But to me, that was an indication that these are display dolls. For me, these are primarily display dolls, and so that's when I sort of started backing off a little bit and going more in the Blythe doll direction. So of course I said these are display dolls, but then I ended up buying this doll. She is originally, I bought her secondhand. She was originally Marie Antoinette. And if you look up this doll, you will notice that she has a completely different hairdo. The Marie Antoinette had, again, you know, very elaborate stock and a wild hair, just very, very elaborate hairdo. This doll I bought, like I said, pre-owned, nude, and I got her with the intent of using her as a model for my sewing. And so she is a doll that I actually do stuff with. I change out her clothes. She gets a lot more attention than my other pull-up dolls do. Because I don't have to worry about her. Her hair's just this short little, you know, it's not super long. It's not super difficult, you know, fancy or anything like that. She's very cute. I mean, I love her face up. Look at that. She's got a very beautiful face. But yeah, she's for me, she is my play pull-up doll. Now, of course, as you can tell, this doll here is not a pull-up doll. I believe they pronounce it Byul. I think that's what she's called. But she is a smaller version. She's supposed to be like, I think she's supposed to be the sister, the little sister or something like that. There's Pullip doll, which is in between Byul size and Pullip size. Then the Byuls are even tinier. And then there's the male dolls, which are a whole nother, there's a couple of guy dolls. But as far as the girl dolls go, this gal, I am an Alice in Wonderland fan, and I just, again, really loved the intense, elaborate outfit that she has, the stock. You can see her crown here, it's full of lace. It's always popping off her head, so I have to watch it. She's teeny tiny. These Byul dolls are so itsy bitsy. It's, again, you know, to me, they're not dolls that I feel comfortable handling a lot. You can see how beautiful, I mean, layers upon layers of beads and lace and ribbon and eyelet and, you know, goodness gracious. It's funny because this is such a massive dress. This one does have layers to it. and the doll underneath this is super tiny. She's itty bitty. So, but anyway, so she hangs out in the curio with Romantic Alice and a few other Alice type dolls that I have. But she's my only Byul. I don't think they even make these Byul dolls anymore. I haven't seen too many. The Byuls and the dolls don't seem to be quite as popular as the Pullip dolls are. But anyway, so she's my queen. She's called Romantic Queen, and she came out, her release was 2011. And I didn't mention it before, but the Romantic Alice Blue doll that I showed you, she was also released in 2011. And in fact, Groove has a zillion Alice dolls. If you only wanted to collect Alice dolls, Groove would be the way to go. They have, in fact, they have a pink, romantic pink Alice doll that I have been coveting for quite a while. I keep thinking about getting her, and I probably should, because at some point you won't be able to get her anymore. But they have monochrome Alice and classic Alice, and I mean, you name it, they have the Alice, the Alice dolls. So they have lots and lots of them. But these two, the romantic group, came out in 2011. So then I took quite a break from Pullip for a while. I was spending most of my money on Blythe dolls and anything related to that obsession. And honestly, I just, even though I was still keeping track of the releases that were coming out and that kind of thing, I didn't see anything that was floating my boat that I felt like I had to get. In hindsight, there are a few releases I wish I had gotten that, you know, now I really wish I had them, but you know how that goes. But anyway, I didn't get any for quite a while, and like I said, some of it was because of my Blythe collecting, but also, honestly, they were coming out with some of these dolls in Tuesday Morning, and that really put a kind of a bad taste in my mouth. You know, that one minute the dolls are like $100 and something, and the next minute, you know, they're $40 at a discount store. So that, you know, did not make me happy. And now I have to say, even though there's still some beautiful releases coming out, the price for these dolls has increased considerably since I first started collecting them in 2015. That said, I have purchased a few more, not that long ago, and one of them is this super cute doll. She's a 2016 release named Taffy. She has a funky hat that I just actually put it away somewhere. I don't even take it out and use it at all on her because it's kind of not the best looking. She has this little headband, and typically I do have this on her in my curio. And she has a little purse, it's over there. It's like, it's not even worth looking at. So some of her stock's not the best, but I love her dress. It's very, you know, it's very boho chic, I guess you could say. She's got some really cute little cowboy boots on. So, and I love her dark hair. If I remember correctly, Pullip style had like a 10%, every once in a while they have a 10% sale going on, and I thought, you know what, I better just go ahead and get her, because pretty soon she'll be like some of the other dolls that I kept thinking I was going to get and I never did. So I went ahead, jumped in and got her. And honestly, I don't think she's super popular, but I really like her. And finally, the last Pullip doll of my collection, and the last one that I purchased, I believe, I can't remember if I think I might have gotten these gals at the same time, but is Momori. She's another doll that I kept humming and hawing. When am I going to get her? I don't know. She's quite a bit pricier, but I just really wanted her. And again, I got that 10% off, so I figured just go for it. Yeah, she came out in 2019. She has all kinds of really cute stock. She's got this little headpiece, very lacy. I love her little bobbed hair, kind of messy. She's a Mori girl. And I love the Mori girl style, so it really, really spoke to me. And she looks super cute with Taffy and the other Pullips in my curio. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this small but select little sub-collection of my larger doll collection. All the Pullip dolls and the Byul doll, all my Groove dolls. And let me know what you think about them in the comments below. Do you have any Pullip dolls or Groove type dolls at all? Any of the dolls or the Byuls or any of the boy dolls, anything like that? I'd love to know your thoughts. And as usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up, Please subscribe if you haven't already, and have a wonderful dolly day. Bye-bye.